everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I was trying to find out like what's going on in reality TV world. I was checking obviously the Ashley, TMZ, and all the sources that I check when I'm trying to figure out like, hey, is there any news that's happening? And I come across this article about Kail Lowry having a miscarriage. And I was like, wait, is this clickbait? Is this old? What is going on? No, it's not old. We know that she had a miscarriage when she was married to Javi. And this was toward the end of their marriage. She got pregnant. She lost that baby. This is not that miscarriage. Come to find out, she actually miscarried when she got pregnant between Creed and Lux. She got pregnant by Chris and she lost that baby as well. She said that it was a tough situation to go through. Her and Chris have always had a very up and down relationship. When she got pregnant with Lux, there was like back and forth. Then when she got pregnant with Creed, we actually got to see that on Teen Mom. She told the cameras, I'm pregnant. I'm just going to have to put my big girl panties on and deal with it. And, you know, Chris is not going to be a part of this baby's life. And we watched her through that. We watched from the time that she announced it to us throughout the pregnancy until she had Creed at home. And Chris was there. You know, at the last minute, she decided to call him. He came and he was there for the baby's birth. I think even being a father to Creed, like we see him post pictures, so we do know that he gets Creed, but from what I can understand, it's not like every other weekend. It's not very as involved as maybe Javi is with Lincoln or maybe Joe is with Isaac, but he does see the boys. Before she had Creed, Kail had said several times that she would like to have a lot of babies. Even if she didn't have a significant other, like she would continue. But Creed was very difficult for her. On the podcast, she opened up about that, saying that before Creed, she absolutely would have had more babies. But after Creed and how difficult he was, it really made her take a step back and be like, I can't have another baby without help. So she did go and she got a procedure done where she could freeze her eggs. And she said that is just so if she meets someone down the road where they get married, whatever that relationship may be, she said whether it be a woman or a man, if her future spouse does not have children, they can have children together and it would be a 50-50 ordeal. She said unless that was to happen, she does not consider having more kids because Creed, it has been difficult trying to raise Creed with not having that other parent there. Early on in Creed's life, on the show, she talked about how he doesn't sleep well, he cries a lot, he doesn't eat well. There was even a situation where they thought he was tongue-tied, which would cause a lot of those problems because when you're tongue-tied, you can't suck well. So then you're hungry a lot and then you're not sleeping well. I saw a picture of the baby. I have a son who's tongue-tied as well. It's not that bad. I saw a picture, and the second I saw the picture, before it was even announced, like I saw a picture of the baby before the season come, and I thought, oh goodness, I think he's tongue-tied. People were commenting saying, hey, he's tongue-tied. And she was like, nope, took him to the doctor. They're saying that he's not. So one doctor said that he was. Another doctor said that he wasn't. So as far as I know, I think it was determined that he's not. But he did have a lot of problems as far as not sleeping well, not eating well. And that was really hard for Kail. So she is to the point to where she will not have any more kids unless she has a partner there. But before she had baby Creed, she did get pregnant by Chris and she lost that baby. On the podcast, she does talk about it. She said, you know, a lot of people question, like, why would you get pregnant again by Chris? And she said that it was kind of a situation where she just thought, you know, maybe if I'm pregnant, he would pick me. If I'm pregnant with his child, he would choose to be with me. And she said, no matter how painful the relationship has been, no matter how much they have done to you, you still want them involved no matter what. Like no matter how many times they've made you cry, no matter how many times they've broken up with you, no matter how many times they've done XYZ, they've lied to you or whatever, you just want them there, you want them involved, and you want them to choose you. And man, you know, I remember being 17 and when I found out I was pregnant. I was 18 when I had her, but being in that situation, like it was not a good situation, but I thought I'm pregnant, so he'll choose to be with me, right? Like I'm pregnant with his kid, so surely he's going to stay with me. And that's just not how it worked out. So she talks about how she ended up, you know, pregnant, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And it was that the middle time that they miscarried. And she talked about how she just really wanted him to be involved with the kids that they were having. She said through all the crap, maybe he would kind of pick me. Not pick me over the child or like in that way, but in the way that like I'm pregnant with his kid, so he loves me. And maybe it would kind of open his eyes to the fact that he loved her because she was pregnant carrying his child. She does admit that the decision to get pregnant was wrapped up in her complex relationship with Chris Lopez. Kail has always said like he was the one that she actually fell for. She talks about how she had feelings for Chris like she had never had for any other person before. And for him, it was, I guess he just couldn't commit. I don't really know what it is, but we see, like watching, we see Kail be in a way that I've never seen her be with like Javi or Joe. Like with them, it was like, I can leave your butt in a second if you're not going to do right. But with Chris, it was like, just kept going back, kept going back, kept going back. And I mean, I remember when we found out she was pregnant with Creed, everybody was like, what? You know? Come to find out, she's been pregnant 3 times by him. This podcast was a recent podcast. And she just talks about like in the past, her feelings on the situation. Some people are blaming Chris for the miscarriage. Some people are wondering if the stress that he put on her potentially caused the miscarriage. I don't like to do that. I'm not, you know, things happen. Honestly, like I miscarried and my doctor told me it wouldn't have mattered. Like chromosomes were not right. That baby just wouldn't have made it. And that very well could have been the situation for Kail, especially if it was like a early miscarriage from what I understand. But there are fans that are literally saying like, this is Chris's fault. Like he caused her pain. He caused her stress. She had to deal with being pregnant and parenting these other kids and he wasn't there for her. Because he put her through the ringer, there are some people that is saying that maybe he is to blame for this miscarriage. However, there are people that is defending Chris as well, pointing out that Kail has had children already and she knew what he was about, so why get pregnant again? Either way, it's just a heartbreaking situation. You know, we don't know how Chris feels about it. This could be heartbreaking for him. I'm sure it's heartbreaking for Kail. And then for, you know, people to blame you, I'm sure it's something else, you know. So sad situation all around. I was not aware of it. As far as I do know, this is the first time that Kail is putting that information out there, and she is saying that she just wants to help others who are dealing with this trauma. So good for her for putting that out and for not just keeping that bottled up. But yeah, I have to applaud her for talking about this, even if she may help one person. That's awesome. And I'm shocked that this is the first time we're hearing about it. You guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. She's been pregnant by Chris 3 times and still no committed relationship from him. So let me know your thoughts. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.